guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to take a look at this unit right here, this Gohan and Goten, this GT Gohan and Goten card that is coming out along with the Dokkan Fest Goku. Now, this unit is pretty good. They're definitely not a unit you want to run in slot 1, but, I mean, I think the GT Hero team, so what we're running right now is the GT Hero team, is really going to be a crazy team, right? Like, I'm running it basically just to sort of see what Gohan and Goten themselves are able to do. We don't really have a ton of Super Saiyan 4s on here. Honestly, like, after you get a majority of the units done from this celebration, like the Goku, you know, if you've got in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, STR and AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta are getting their EZAs. At the end of this celebration, this is going to be one of the more fun, more cohesive teams, because they dropped all these units that is going to make this team run like butter, and it's already a team where every single one of these fools, they all have the GT link. GT has become one of the strongest links in the game, 2 key and 10% attack and defense. So, you know, GT, Gohan, and Goten right here are going to be pretty good. Now, if you take a look at their defense, 83k, that basically sucks. But the reason for that is that they get 150% attack and defense on Super. They also greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn as their Super attack effect. So, I don't know what their defense is actually going to be. Like 250k or something like that after they Super attack. So it's like, you know, obviously you're not going to run them in slot 1. The true spot you're going to be running this unit is as a floater, right? Like, they're definitely going to be one of the strongest floating units in the game on the GT Hero category team, or on any team where you're running a lot of GT units. 1.81 is not the craziest right here. They do have built-in additionals. Their defense is insane. Their link set is pretty solid. They're just overall a very good unit, right? This Goten and Gohan right here. I think it is good that Dokkan sort of supported, like, you know, these units, like GT Hero. Goten, like 6 years in, basically did not, GT Goten didn't have an SSR. Goten himself, the last 2 months, to say Dokkan has sucked them off is just completely, like, Goten has the Dokkan Fest, Goten and Trunks, right? There's the Tech Goten, who is the banner unit along with Fidel. Now this Goten and Gohan as a banner unit. Then don't forget the EZA for the AGL Goten. Like, Goten is, like, he went from having, like, barely anything that was decent in the game to having, like, 6 mega top tier cards right now, from all this. All right, so now we're in business, right? So we have these 2 units together, so we're going to have all 7 links active, because we have, you know, 6 out of 7 with the Trunks and Goten. Remember that Trunks and Goten give Goku family and Vegeta family 40% attack and defense as well as 3 key. This is a crazy rotation. So they're at 247k right there. They also stack. These, dude, they're... The only problem is I'm nervous that... I'm going to do this. I am actually nervous that Trunks and Goten would finish this Goku off just by themselves before Goten and Gohan could get an attack in. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it around. We'll put B-Pan first. This is going to be the highest attack set we're going to see in the video from them. So this is all 7 links active. EZA B-Pan with her active skill going. We have Goten and Trunks at the end right here. Dokkan has really figured it out with the banner units, by the way. The 6th anniversary banner units are solid, but that's like, honestly, the fact that they made them like reps of Universe 7, like sort of support type units, like hurts. They would have been way better. Oh, 4.31. Okay. They have an additional that has a medium chance of being a super. They're giving the entire rotation 3 key and 40% attack and defense. Yeah, there we go. 4.7. This is like a floating support type unit. And look at the damage they just dealt right there while giving the entire rotation 3 key and 40% attack and defense. The last, what, 4 banner units now? No, 5 banner units. Yeah. So we're talking Tech Krillin, the STR Trunks, Tech Goten, now the Tech Goten and Gohan, and then the AGL Trunks and Goten. All of these units are just like they're actually must-haves. Like it's like you see them in action in one of these events, and it's just ludicrous. Like the support, the defense, the damage that they do. Like, this is the best way to create these banner units, right? Like, I like what they're doing. You know, all these Dokkan Fest exclusives recently have just been, like, these, you know, major, like, superpowers, right? Like, you know, look at Videl, all the damage, all the defense just wrapped into one. I mean, look at Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with all the damage and defense that he's got, and he's also super effective against all types. Look at, you know, Trunks and Goten, the overwhelming damage that they can do. Like, you know, they're doing a good job with that. And then there's been so many support free-to-play units and then, like, support banner units. It's like, I'm glad that they've moved away from trying to make these, like, high-damaging, like, banner units, free-to-play units, stuff like that. Although, to be fair, Gohan and Piccolo, a little bit more, are sort of designed in that fashion, right? Where it's like, you know, they kind of, like, are able to build up after a while. And then Gohan and Piccolo, like, if you're going into a long event, they're quite good. And then obviously the Gohan and Frieza, I'm just not really the biggest fan of that unit whatsoever. I don't know what they were doing with them. Alright, so right here we're going to be able to get what? All in the Family, Saiyan Lineage, as well as GT. That's pretty good. They're at 83k defense right there, but again, keep in mind that, you know, we're not really going to see what, like, their big-time defensive stat is, because they're getting 50% defense on their super attack effect, and then they're getting 150% defense on super attack, right? Along with then 40% defense from their support type buff. They also get, dude, they get a lot of defense from Links, right? Because All in the Family's 20% defense, Cold Judgment 25% defense, GT gives 10% defense, and then Saiyan Lineage gives 5% defense. They have a pretty good link set. I think that's going to allow them to work incredibly well with a lot of these characters. Dude, like, if every celebration, like, for the next couple months, they go back and forth between GT and movies, I do not have a problem with this at all. Because now, I mean, yeah, the problem is that, like, GT Heroes is 100% fine. Like, they're absolutely A-okay. GT Heroes is crazy. Totally fine with them splitting up into super class and extreme class kind of GT characters. The problem is that GT Bosses doesn't actually have all the GT villains in it. So it's like Hellfighter 17 just gets shafted out of a category for literally no reason. Like, I don't know why. What is the purpose of just not having him on there? Like, it really should have just been GT Heroes and GT villains. This shit is not tough, right? Like, if they would have done that, this would have been a lot better. And then they could just massively support, basically, I mean, basically what I'm saying is I do think that these 4 categories, like, for basically the rest of 2021, I think the majority of, like, celebrations and units and stuff like that that's happening is going to be these 4 categories getting buffed. GT Hero, GT Bosses, Movie Hero, and Movie Bosses. I think those are sort of all of the units, all of the categories that are going to be getting massively buffed for the rest of the year. By the way, we basically have too many rainbow orbs on the field right here. This is what can happen. Like, Goku as a rainbow orb changer and Vegeta as a rainbow orb changer is going to be so crazy. I do think Goku and Vegeta can limit themselves. Like, if you're running, you know, let's say you're running 2 Vegetas as the leader and friend, and then you're also bringing Goku on the team, you could encounter a situation where there's actually too many rainbow key spheres on the field, but it's still, like, already with the cohesiveness of the entire team having GT and stuff like that, like, you're going to be looking good with how powerful all these characters are going to be together, right? Alright, I do want to keep Bra on rotation right here. Oh, we can actually use Goku's, sure. Because of how uber rare this is, why don't we just go ahead and bust this out? GT Goku's active skill. The only problem is that this is one of those things that you're just almost never going to see. It sucks. Such an amazing animation, so cool, and it's just like you just are never really gonna see it. Like, I hate that. Boy, Bra is not really defensively gonna be able to cut this. I'm actually just gonna go and pop a King Yama right here, because again, Bra is not gonna be able to cut it on this rotation. But I do want to have a rotation of Bra, Goten and Gohan, and then Trunks and Goten. I want to sort of finish that out on the next turn. So Goku is able to get his active skill on turn 9, huh? It's just a bummer. Like, that's the only negative, really, I have with Goku and Vegeta, is the fact that they do that. They don't get their active skill until, like, turn 1,000,000. because having to do 4 super attacks is just bad. Like, everyone remembers the whole thing with Int Broly. Int Broly at least has got some additional super attacks built in, or well, guaranteed additionals that can be additional super attacks. Goku and Vegeta, I mean, it's building them with additionals for their active skill, which I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who are going to do, is probably not the best idea too, because Goku and Vegeta both do so much damage. Like crits. I think a little bit more crits than additionals is probably what you want to do with them. But they're both just so good. Like, they're so tanky. They're doing a lot of damage. Let me see how this isn't going to hurt that bad, I don't think. Oh, I had a King Yama active. Yeah, they're stupid. But still, like, it's not even doing that much. Look at the key on this rotation. Okay, so Gogeta, his passive is worn off. I'll still be curious to see how he's going to work on this rotation with his passive being worn off. So Gogeta, his attack and defensive numbers aren't going to be as high, but especially if he's super attacking first, he's still going to be in a good position. Now keep in mind, yeah, like I'm looking at this and it's like Gogeta is great, but like Goku is just better. Goku and Vegeta are just better than Gogeta, because like Gogeta, you know, probably a lot of times can put up similar attack numbers, I think, as Goku and Vegeta. Like, you'll see higher, like, actual attack stats from Goku and Vegeta. But remember that Gogeta most of the time is super effective against all types. Almost, like, 99% of the time you're seeing him and using him, he's super effective against all types. So his damage is actually going to be higher than the attack set you're seeing. But, like, Goku and Vegeta are also creating rainbow orbs. That's what separates them. Like, it's just such a good ability. It's also going to allow Goku and Vegeta to age, I think, very, very gracefully. The thing about, like, getting Goku and Vegeta now is that they're not going to be, like, unrelevant anytime soon. Like, they're just going to be busted for a very long time. Okay, so let's just go ahead and rock this. Brawl does not have all in the family, so we can put them in slot 1. They might take... Wow, they're at 111k right there. They might take a little bit of damage right here at the start. A little bit of damage, but after they super attack, it's GG. Their defense is like 350k plus or something like that in this rotation. 31k, yeah, that's more than I'd like to see, but I'm only running them in slot 1 as per the showcase, right? Typically, you're not going to run this unit in like one of these last slots. 4 million right there. It's pretty good. They're good. They're a really powerful unit, and they are basically a must-run unit on this GT Hero team. 3 key, 40% attack and defense. Although, the thing about the GT Hero team compared to a lot of other teams is that you actually are not even... Like, this team doesn't need support type units as much as other teams do, because not only do we have the cohesive GT Link across the entire team, but Goku and Vegeta are creating Rainbow Key Spheres, so Key is far, far less of an issue on this team than other issues. So the Goten and Gohan, they're not as important as they would be on, I don't know, movie bosses or something like that, right? But they're still great. A really, really powerful unit. So let me know what you guys think of this GT Goten and Gohan card. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.